Hi semua, nama saya Sharif. Welcome again to my channel, and today I'm going to show you something really interesting. I want to tell you a story about my very first project that I did, which this is not just like a side project, this is a project that I did for someone. But before that, bit of an update for this channel. I won't be posting videos for the next couple of weeks or a month because I'm currently living in Malaysia. The internet in my house is limited, so I need to spend a lot of money just to have more data, and uploading a video costs a lot of money and a lot of data. And yeah, I don't want to waste a lot of money since I will be going back to the UK maybe next month, hopefully. Anyway, so today I'm going to tell you a story about my very first project that I did for someone. Okay, before that, let me take you some background. Let's go all the way back to 2020. Okay, so it was during that time I'm still trying to discover what I really want to do, whether I want to do data science, game development, web development, or mobile app. I don't know. There's a lot of things that you can do in computer science, right? And then I decided to, I'm really interested with web development because you can basically create a lot of stuff. And during that time, I'm not sure if I wanted to do full stack, backend, or front end. So I decided to just, learn full stack at the moment. So, as someone who are new, don't know anything, you want to find the best, video, tutorial, and course that on the internet, right? And then I found and stumbled upon Udemy, which is like a marketplace for courses. And then there's this course that teaches about full stack development. Before that, it doesn't mean that Udemy is good. There's already a lot of free resources out there like FreeCodeCamp, W3 Schools, and a lot of them are very, very good. During that time, I don't know if it's good enough, so I decided to go for a paid, tutorials and videos because I think paid means that it's much better, which is not entirely true. So I bought them and then basically start my journey to learn about full stack development. So I did a lot of the small project like to-do list, the weather app and all that kind of stuff. I learned about API integration, databases, deployment. So there's a lot of things that I learned on that course, which is pretty crazy, right? Because there's a lot to take in. But during that time, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. What next, right? I don't know what to do. And then I said, you know what? I want to do a project, right? But during that time, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to start a project. And yeah, I decided okay, I don't know what to do. And then I decided to, watch more YouTube videos, all that kind of stuff, repeating myself over and over again. But one day, I think it was during the mid of July, I was contacted with my uncle. He is a head of technician of his school. And he contacted me because he knew I am taking computer science. And apparently, when he know that I'm taking computer science, it implies that I know how to develop software, which is it was entirely not true, but I'm currently learning how to develop a web development software, right? And he asked me, Sharif, boleh tak buatkan macam app untuk sekolah? I was like, huh? Okay, it intrigues me because I am currently learning to develop an app, but I don't know what to do. I don't know how to start a project. But his proposition is kind of interested me, right? Because I want to find my first gig on what I want to do, right? And I ask, what do you want to do? Apa yang Pak Ngah nak buat? So he's Pak Ngah lah. And he wants to do a report website, like if there's a vandalism, something is breaking or wanted to be repaired. Staffs or teachers can do their report on that website, and then the technician or someone who are going to repair it will open the website, look on what can be repaired, and then basically repair anything that is on the website lah. Which is pretty simple. It's like a Google form, but in a more cleaner way to manage. And I was like, okay. Oh god, trust me. I don't know. I think it was a good decision, but also bad because I learned a lot of things. Bad because it costs a lot of my time. Okay, so during the tutorial and the courses that I bought on Udemy, it teaches a lot of things. Basically, it's enough for you to create a full stack web application, right? From the front end, back end, and also from deploying. Okay, so deploying means that you are going to put your app into the internet so people can use it anywhere else, right? Okay, imagine you first starting out learning something and suddenly people ask you to do something, which is pretty crazy, right? Because, oh my god, it took me longer than I thought, right? Because first I wanted to develop the front end. Now, at first I thought the front end is pretty easy, but it was hard. Oh my god. Okay, it's hard because Flexbox is something that you should not underestimate, especially if you're a beginner. It was hard. I struggled a lot. Trying to center a div is goddamn hard. Like really, really hard. It's very hard to actually center something on the website. Like legit hard. It spent me a day just to center a div. But I learned a lot. So now it's taking me like 1 minute just to center a div. Imagine I have settled with the front end. Now I need to settle with the back end. Okay, back end is another thing that's very, very hard. And because of this project, which causes me to not liking back end, and that's why the reason why I wanted to do front end right now. But maybe in the future I'll be making full stack, but I'm not sure. Anyway, for the front end, I forgot to mention, I use this pure vanilla JS just because I really want to practice my understanding in basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And next, for the backend, I uses Express.js, Node.js, which is something that has been taught in one of the courses that I took on Udemy. It was pretty hard. It's like it took me a lot of time to just setting up the backend. So the backend basically it's like a server side, which communicate with the databases. And the databases, I use SQL. To be precise, I use MySQL. So that's how I communicate with the server and databases and the front end, right? So it was pretty hard, a lot of time I would consume, but I got it done, basically. Okay, now imagine I'm done with the front end, finally done with the back end and also databases. Now I need to deploy it. Now, I thought deploying would be easy, right? Well, that's what I thought initially, but it's not easy. Because first you need to transfer all the databases that you have, like data. Okay, so I forgot to mention, my uncle also provided me with a data, but it was in an Excel form, which is something that I like. I need to transfer it into a database form, into an SQL, and then put the data into the databases. And then when I want to deploy it, I need to put it in the cloud. Imagine that, which is a lot of time-consuming process again and again. And I use Heroku as a place to deploy it. Heroku is a cheap platform for you to use, and I use the free tier so that I won't be spending any money, because I have a bad experience with spending money on GCP. I think I lost around 300 ringgit, but that will be another story. Anyway, so I deploy it on Heroku, the databases, and also the front end, and also the server. Just put it on Heroku, right? And it also consumes a lot of time trying to understand how to work with it, and then trying to get the credentials right and all that kind of the boring stuff. But yeah, it's working. To my surprise, it's working. You can use it, anyone can use it, but I decided to not publish it yet because first I think it was dead. My uncle doesn't care anymore. I think he found another solution. But it's working. I mean, you can use it, but I don't want to show it because it will cost me a lot of money, because now it's in free tier. If a lot of people are using it, I need to pay for the services of Heroku. I don't want to do that. It was a fun experience. I mean, the reason why I can actually finish the project, although there's a lot of flaws, there's a lot of things that can be work because it's lacking of user experience, user interfaces, and I would say it's not that user friendly. But one other thing that I can relate much about creating this website is that I learned a lot of things, because this is the first project that I really did from the start until kind of finished. And the other thing that what makes me able to finish this project is because there's someone expecting me to finish it, which is my uncle, right? If there's no one expecting it, if it's my side project, chances me to finish it's not that pretty well, because I feel like this is hard, I'll give up. But because there's someone expecting me to finish it, I really had to push myself. And it's my uncle. I believe he has some expectation from me, so I decided, you know what, let's work on this as much as possible. So the key thing that I want to say is that do a project. I mean, project is the only place that you will learn a lot of things. I think that project that I did for my uncle really, really opens up me with a lot of things that you can do with web applications development. And I really, really want people like you, if you're starting out to do anything, not just web development projects, game, or data scientist, or I don't know, anything, machine learning or anything, do a project. I think making a report system is pretty simple. Like, the idea is simple, but there's a lot of small things that's been touched during the project that makes me realize that this is all the things that you basically need: front end, back end, frameworks, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you are. I think I blabbered a lot of things on this story, and I hope it won't be that boring. So if you're interested to learn more, like if you're interested to hear me, talk about my personal life stories, all that kind of stuff, comment down below. But that's pretty much it. See you guys on the next one. Assalamualaikum and bye bye.